Hi everyone. Hey, I wanted to ask you a question. Do you see anything wrong with this picture? Okay. So you think back to like the 80s and the 90s. There was a band called Aerosmith and they did a song called it was called Dude Looks Like a Lady. And to me that says it all when it comes to the cover of this magazine. I'm finding out that it's kind of the new fad, and it's like the new best thing to have been given a body by the Most High True God, and to decide for yourself that it wasn't good enough. Hey, I bet that makes him feel good, right? Well, no, I don't think so. I think it really pees him off. I think you're wrong. Really, what gives anyone the right to change what their Creator gave them? If you're one of these people, or you even think like one of these people, you're a liar, and you're a thief, and you're a manipulator, and you even consider yourself a god. Talk about putting yourself on a pedestal. That's really to the highest degree. Some say, well, it's magical, it's a beautiful transformation, but that's a bunch of crap to the Most High True God. He loved these people exactly the way he created them. And the miracle of birth was beautiful, but it's now considered an inconvenience to millions. You know what else is wrong with this picture is the fact that mainstream media and the movies have exploited the gender bender manipulation tactics to the quadrillionth degree. I thought, sure, there's a lot of transgender people out there, but that's not true. It's more like 1 in 100 kids are some form of gender, I don't know, and I call it that because there's at least 15 different names they've come up and created to help those individuals describe their mixed up feelings of what they are or what they choose to call themselves. Our culture is not what God created it to be anymore. It has conformed, unfortunately, to what the global elite have transitioned it into through outlets such as the mainstream media, movies, cinema, television, the medical industry, the political arena, public schools, and even the insurance companies in the insurance industry. There's this organization called the Human Rights Campaign, and they're the newest civil rights organization to promote gender equality. They're really behind the push for corporate America's transitioning towards the whole movement, including fighting for transgender health benefits, to include sexual reassignment surgeries as standard coverage in medical insurance. Since when did this fad become a medical necessity? If you're born with male genitalia or female genitalia, so be it. If you want to play God, then you should be paying for it, not these insurance companies. They are guilty of aiding and abetting the motives of Satan himself. Let's face it, there is nothing godly about that act. They are absolutely no better than the abortion clinics. It's a movement, and it's growing at a staggering rate. It is, of course, being manipulated and led by the most famous people in the industries. People like Serena and Venus Williams, Justin Bieber, and of course, let's not forget Michelle or Michael Obama. They're all transgender. And really, please don't bother to defend Serena Williams by saying, oh, she's pregnant, she can't be a man. Well, that's a bunch of crap. Men can have babies too, okay? She's not the first man to carry a child. Everything about this it's a social dysfunction, and it's really an epidemic. You didn't see people in the day of Jesus' time, all the way up until the 1800s. You didn't see them profess their gender preference. This is strictly a social exploitation. It's a psychological disorder, and ultimately shrugged off by all of society as a right to free choice. Just remember, everyone answers to God, and He's not a pushover, nor does He lend a sympathetic ear. He will simply state the facts and make His judgments accordingly. The only place in these dysfunctional times that will even tell you the plain truth is at the website www.testimonyofthetwowitnesses.com. The blatant lies of the sick and twisted industries that control people's thoughts have been unleashed. Let's say the Pandora's box has been opened. Jesus, he comes right out and he clarifies what this deception encompasses in the section of the testimony titled Anti-Pope Francis. He explains that in reality, when transgenders effectively deceive other people, something very disturbing often happens. Their deception sets the stage for gullible people to become attracted to someone of the same sex. And when they realize what has happened, their experience of being deceived often results in a sense of betrayal and confusion about their own sexual orientation. Stop being led astray by the father of lies and the mainstream media and the very, very lost souls who make excuses. They are indeed going through psychological torture as their own personal punishment for their poor choices. It is a pathetically sad generation who chooses to feel different and see the need to change it. Indeed, this mental madness will continue to grow stronger, and the repercussions will not be favorable to all of mankind. The death rate has actually skyrocketed from self-inflicted suicide. Think about it. The flesh is weak, and mortals do nothing but sin. The two of them together, they're a match made in hell. The match made in heaven are the ones who tell the truth and who do not accept the lies and the manipulation, whether it be of words or of body part swapping. Be the true Christian that Jesus is asking of you. Come to the testimony, get the holy water. Otherwise, you have absolutely no future and really a guaranteed one-way pass to the blazing pit of hell. Quit conforming to what people want you to be and be who God wants you to be.